Hey guys, I wanted to do a little video tonight because, sorry, now I got the camera. The boys are in school right now, the older boys. They're still going to the Our Lady of Peace Crossroads program. They're still getting all the therapy they need and all that stuff. One day a week, it's called family therapy. That means that I go in there and I talk to their therapist and see what they've been working on throughout the week, talk about the issues they've had at home and all of that stuff. And then the boys come in individually. Like Mason has his own therapist and then Hunter has his other therapist. So I was sitting in there and we were talking about Mason. And she was saying, Mason's has some really unique problems because when you have autism and you have diabetes on top of that, it's like if you have, low functioning autism and high functioning autism bring totally different problems. With Mason having high functioning autism, he is super intelligent. He is extremely logical. And in his brain, his anxiety, along with those things, and his ADHD are tied to control in his life. Well, his control went out the window. With this diabetes diagnosis, he lost all control over what he eats, when he has to test his blood sugar, when he has to get a shot of insulin. All of that is completely thrown him for a loop because he has very little control over all of it because he doesn't 100% understand it all, but he's trying really hard. And because of that, his grip on control, which he has always had a problem with, has intensified. In his brain, he has thought everything out a million times and he knows the most logical way it should work out. And if that doesn't go along with reality, he doesn't care. He cannot comprehend or let loose of that kind of control. So, I was getting calls last week about, he won't accept the fact that this is the amount of insulin he's going to get. He won't budge. We've got 5 different people talking to him. Some are nurses, some are psychologists. We don't know what to do. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. This is the problem I've been dealing with. That's one of the reasons why he's going there, because Mason has this incredibly logical side of his brain. And then he has this reality of what's going on and what he can control. And then there's like this line in between where these aren't mixing. He's so logical and it's causing this inner conflict, because what's causing them to not work together are hormones. Pre-puberty hormones or puberty hormones, whatever you want to call it, at 12 years old. He's getting ready to turn 12 in a week, 2 weeks. And it's like the emotion and the impulsiveness is getting in the way of all of his logic. And it's really getting in the way of all of his control because he first reacts and then he thinks because of all those hormones. And it's like all of this inner turmoil. He got diagnosed on December 1st, and now here we are, the 26th of December, and it's like reality is hitting. This isn't going away. The shots aren't stopping. The blood pricks, finger pricks are not stopping. And it's such a lack of control in his brain that the rest of it, the anger, the anxiety, the hormones are amplified and intensified. And it's really hard on him. It's really hard on us because it's conflict over everything. Think of your normal average 12-year-old boy and what they're going through and amplify that by about 20. And then you throw the ADHD, the anxiety, the diabetes all on top of that. And that's what we're going through. Hunter, on the other hand, is doing fairly well. Hunter is trying really hard. He's moving forward. He's starting to understand that different is okay. But Mason, his life is in turmoil, and he's trying so hard because he is a kind and loving and gentle soul, but all of this rage and all of this anger is getting in the way of him being him. And he's having a harder time every day for the past 4 or 5 days getting his shots. Like, he logically knows he needs them. He logically knows every reason why he has to have them. But the anxiety and the other stuff and the ADHD and the focus and all of that, it's all getting in the way. And we're regressing in the autism stuff because he is struggling harder and harder every day to get each shot. Like, the tears are coming back, the frustration, the pulling my arm away, but knowing he has to do it and just crying and just so upset with every shot, and it's breaking my heart. So, yeah, that's where we were at today.